least with anime, it was like, oh, we were adapting something and then we ran out of material because we made the animation quick, so we're just gonna make up our own ending. And that's not what happened, kind of, sort of, with The Walking Dead. I'm not really sure.
Well,
anyway,
we've got Himwy locked in on is it Sakura? I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, and so now we've got so Sakura versus Maggie here in the elimination final. So winner of this is going to go into grands. Himwy's already been in the finals side of things, knocked down, reverse 3-0'd by Keith.
Gosh.
And he's trying to warm up these Katars here to be able to go against them. We've got the highest dex Katars in the game, I believe, at 8. I don't know if he went into 9. If we were watching Guichibu, he would be at 9 decks.
100%. Whenever you have to think about it, you just know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you can feel it when you watch it.
I wonder if Loki will be in. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Anyways, Himwy falling down there with that down air, tries to go for the down sig, and light comes through, and with the Katars, okay, that neutral signature being used in that way, probably the best way that I could see it. It's like a pretty strong move. The downside of it is that like if you commit to it, you have this really beautiful animation that you have to watch for 90 frames.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not really.
But it is pretty.
Yeah, but that's not usually the goal. Unless you're a Queen Eye player, then you know what, your signature can last as long as you like, right? You just.
If you're a Queen 9 player, if you're pressing the button, it's because it's hit.
Himwy flies right off the stage.
A little too ham hocks.
And that's his own knockout effect. That's what happens when you just
yeah.
You just see your own.
Oh man, and now at this point, I mean, Laz is like, word? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to close this game up right here. I mean, get myself like 2 side light nairs, and then I can start fishing for some really big hits. And there's one nair for you. There we go, Himwy. Gets that touch. Tries to swat back off stage.
Ooh, Neutralite cuts him a little bit. Let's see what Laz can do here. He's been holding on to Axe for quite some time. Double dare nair. That's so much damage coming out.
Interesting.
Yeah, D-Light neutral stick comes there. You know, I completely forgot that we can't just see that Himwy is confirmed on that deck stand down there. So that's why. That's like
let's go.
Names. I remember like, oh yeah, we asked for that, we pushed for that, now we have it. Laz still on defense. And he does take that stock. And I mean, well, how many? You said that Greatsword needs 2 good dodge reads. How many does the Katars need? 4?
I mean, it depends.
When you go off stage, it's different. But on stage, oh, that Sair caught him cannon Sairing actually. That was a close spacing there.
I feel like Greatsword needs 2 reads if you're like trying to just outright KO somebody. You know, I feel like for Katars, it's like you also need 2 reads, but 1 read you use to get them off stage. The second read is when you get them off stage.
I see.
That's how I think about it.
That's actually a good way of thinking about it. But on stage, it doesn't quite work that way.
Yeah, on stage, it's like you gotta hit them like for 5 years, dude. Like,
and sometimes you will see it. We've seen those combos,
true.
And it's like, okay, they kept dodging down, and they kept. But here we go. Himwy is over. The Sakura experiment is done. It's back on Teros. It's Axe versus Axe. And I feel like on paper, this is a pretty good matchup for Teros because you're hitting hard against somebody who's got 4 defense. But that's not how that game actually works. It ends up being who's hitting each other more often. And in this case, like I feel like maybe Himwy has to hit 2 less Axe airs than Laz does. But at the end of the day, you've got to be winning that neutral game, and Laz so far has been schooling Himwy with the Axe.
Yeah, I mean, Laz just in general today, it seems to be getting people on the Axe ditto. And so we're going to see if Himwy is able to kind of answer back on that. But Laz, I mean, look at the spacing, right? Oh, that down sig.
The very last swing actually coming through there. Oh, and he did that was so perfect, weighed out everything, but Himwy drifted so hard to the right. That Laz used like 2022 Axe Air drift spacing.
Yeah.
Right? Like before it got, because now it's like with the swing, you can't drift quite as much. Didn't hit him on the way back to the stage. And Himwy not only makes it back, but gets the dare to take the lead. And that's huge because I feel like Laz did everything right there except for the last swing.
Yeah, it's always weird as well just because, like, you know, when you try to hit someone from below.
Oh,
and then, this hammer. Hold on. Like, okay, Laz was like, please stop. But, like.
Yeah, this is where you get into a little panic mode where you're just kind of like, okay, I just need 1 hit. And then you get hit 8 times and you're like, I still need 1 hit. Okay, Sair does punish Himwy overextending. Granted, if Himwy hit that side stick, that stock would have been deleted, right? Like, that would have just been Laz out, even at orange. Maggie has no chance of surviving a Taros side stick at the edge of the stage like that. So I respect him for going for that risk, because he had gotten plenty of extra credit already. That, I mean, gosh, that down air almost sent Laz off the top of the stage in that zone. Stomps there, disarms him, weapon throw. No dodge just yet, goes straight over for the axe. And neutral catches the dodge. Did it even land?
I think he did. But it was like a bit of a surprise to me, because I think a lot of people would have opted to just go for the wall there, but kind of went for like the greedy dodge.
Oh, he jumped in and tried to dodge through him?
Yeah. But with that said, I mean, this one's looking like it's going to be a little bit tougher for Laz. I thought Laz started off this game very strong and then kind of started trailing behind as Himwy started getting a lot of things going with this hammer. I mean, look at this.
Oh, hair.
Ooh.
Nair.
Still.
Recovery stomp Sair.
I mean,
has him off the side of the stage. And he goes out there with gravity cancel
it.
and Sig. All right, Himwy. Little much.
I'm just like kind of confused. I'm like, what was the goal of that NSIG? Because it wasn't going to KO. We both know that.
It may have been a misinput to NSIG. I think he meant to Haymaker. It's possible that he like messed up his neutral over side thing.
Oh,
Laz
die.
doing more damage with the sword here this game than he did the entire last set. Oh my goodness. Is Himwy going to lose for that? That'd be so funny. Oh, Sair comes through.
Oh.
Stop Sair, bounces him off the stage, so he's living a little bit longer. Okay, so he's got hammer on.
Oh,
Gravity cancel side stick knocks the hammer. He kept that damaged hammer in his hands. Gravity cancel down like whiffs, and the scoop takes him off the top. No! Laz deserved that. I'm just going to say it. After how Himwy gave off that last stock,
I'm right there with you. I think for me it just stinks because you can see where Laz would have won. Right, it's right there.
Right
it's
there.
literally
and
right
then
there.
he just didn't wait. He didn't fast fall. Gravity cancels to come through, and Himwy's like, okay, and then he downed him because it's like 3 seconds without a dodge. Fine, I'll hit you with hammer there.
Oh man, that's tough. And then that to me, that was a very relatable mood, because I feel like whenever I come here and I have to cast people using sword, I feel like they can get their D-light so much higher than I can. But then whenever I'm playing the game and I try to get my gravity cancel D-light, I try to do it at like the height that I think should be like a character's height high, and it always goes like right above their head.
Like, what makes them different?
Yeah, dude.
Why are you allowed to hit right at the edge of the top of their
I
box?
don't.
And there's different spacings there too, because there's like those gravity cancel sword D-light that's like meant to catch grounded, and then there's the one where you're trying to catch a dash jump.
A dash jump, and then like the in-between, right? Like.
And Laz certainly would have gotten Himwy if Himwy jumped, but that's not what happened there. And now we're on to Enigma for game number 3. So lots of platforms here to show off their movement if they so choose. Laz going to that top plat. Let's see what he's got. Dash forward, dash back, falls with Sair. Himwy neutralizes off the side of the stage. Tried again. Laz dash danced right out of the way of that attack, and the neutral signature catches him going to the top plat, and he tries to get the down sig on the way down off that side plat. Stop, dared, and now Himwy could take him off the top with another nair at this point. Sider, nice. That'll be it.
Man, it was looking pretty good for Laz, too. Up until that moment, I was thinking, like, we're on Enigma. That's pretty rare. We don't get to see the tri-plat too often, but I do like this stage for Axe. I think that, like, as far as extensions go, it's one of the best you can get. Every time you sidelight Nair, you get to do a follow-up off the platform without having to burn a dodge, and that's like very strong, right? Like last time we saw that neutral sig, but it's not like you had to gravity cancel it. You just do it because you're standing on the platform now.
Oh, neutral sig in the hardest read wave that I've ever seen. I guess, yeah. I wonder what Laz was thinking, how he got that to work. That was really cool.
I don't know, maybe just had a feeling, you know?
I wonder if it hits on the small Enigma plats. I don't actually know, but it hit Himwy dropping down off the plat for sure. Like I saw Himwy trying to fall through that platform. Either way, evens it up 2-2. Sidelights forward, gravity cancel downlights. That's the right height that he was looking for last game.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't end up hitting, but that dash dodge through side air comes through, and Laz has actually been getting a lot more mileage off the.
And then Taros to Brawlhalla, you feel
the ratio, the 8 force to 4 defense difference is really coming to play here. You can't be taking that damage, Laz. That's hey, one gravity cancel sidelight. It's like there, an even trade.
Yeah, I feel like
all is balanced.
Hammer players are supposed to get like one string like that a set, you know, and not across like multiple games. If you're getting hit like that, it's just like makes it a lot harder to come back from.
Yeah, Laz gets a call out with the side stick there. Goes for the weapon throw, side air. Himwy does avoid a D-like ground pound scenario there, and then dash jump side air catches Laz out of a jump, has no dodge, dive kick. Ground pound would have been great if he faded off into the push-off column, but Laz just goes straight up. But this is looking like Himwy's going to be bringing it to match point at this rate. Got the like really weak swing at the end of Axe recovery.
Wow, and you can see Laz is playing like very reserved here. He doesn't want to miss, which I understand. You get hit one more time, and well, it's not going to be very easy for you. So
yeah, slides off the stage with downlight. Does Himwy want to risk it again? Does he want to risk it again? Let's find out. Sider hits. Okay, Laz, we saw what you had last game.
The sword does go wild though. But
I think unarmed Nair.
Unarmed Nair.
Yeah, would even do it.
Unarmed Enlight, maybe, you think?
No.
Right, well, we won't find out.
Yeah. Himwy with a really crushing victory there in Game 3. 2-1 now. The momentum lost from Laz in that Game 2, I think, is really being felt. And Laz is tired of losing stocks early, right?
It was bright orange, you know, and it was just like, hey, you're Jala, all right? I got this thing here. It was pre-ordered.
We've got a Olgrim, the Macho Man, coming in here for game number 4.
I was wondering when this was going to happen, to be honest.
What's that?
It's just that, like,
we just have Olgrim meta in all regions?
I mean, if you're going the Axe route, like, I actually expect to see minimal Rocket Lance from Laz. I expect just the same game plan, but with...
The thing is that Axe really dumps on Lance. I really feel that way, right? I've always felt
I feel that way as well.
I think Lance is actually falling out of flavor of the month, of the season, because Axe is being played so often again. Like, even Use is like, I'm not playing Vector with this.
I think side air drift changes really made the Lance players want to put down their
right. When you miss, you feel it
Yeah.
now. When you hit, the weapon's exactly the same as you remember it, right? But we just saw right there off the drift of that side air missing. He got hit by 3 attacks into an unarmed recovery. Neutral Light catches him in the middle of the air. Lance knocked off of his hands. Neutral Light into edge guard there. He's got to dodge back to the stage. Himwy gets 1 stop. That's going to be it. Unless, I mean, he's really trying. That stop and the gravity kettle stop was a call out and a half. Nair will do it. I was surprised that actually had enough force.
And I was surprised. Yeah, that first stock was entirely Rocket Lance. Then when Laz finally got a chance to pick up an Axe, immediately lost the stock. But I actually want to see what the Olgrim Axe does. You know, I mean, granted, it seems like he's picking the Rocket Lance into the hammer matchup. That's largely what we've been seeing this far, and clearly has not been going well.
Look at him. He's punishing the end of every missed Sair with,
I know,
with
like,
stomps.
Thank Lord.
it's pretty interesting to watch, actually. Finally, the Sair comes through, and the first one that connects does knock out. But, like, yeah, we're like, so for those that, like, I mean, most people who are watching the streams regularly and play the game regularly have an idea of it, but like the Lance Sair drift, when it misses, doesn't go nearly as far and is a lot more punishable at the end now. And we've been seeing Himwy take advantage of that as Laz is kind of playing a Lance from the 3 patches ago, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. And, like, Laz can't get nothing going here. Has another chance with the Rocket Lance yet again. I mean, lost a stock and a half effectively with the Rocket Lance earlier before finally getting a chance to try. And honestly, this hammer from Himwy just seems like Laz can't do jack about it. It's really looking tough.
Okay,
he's dropping combos.
And then Himwy drops it. Okay, Himwy.
Oh, Himwy's like, bro, come on. He's like, dog.
Oh, that hurts.
Dog.
Oh.
Nah, I'm sorry. That entire last sequence was just Himwy saying, bro, you're trash. Bro. Like, it was very, I am asserting the alpha energy, you know? Just stomp and look at it, dude, like, oh.
Let's see that in replay. Yeah, like Laz misses that, and Himwy's like, you seriously are going to miss that?
Bro.
And then he's like, look at it.